yesterday. This is going to be the next hot pick. Yours is yet to win, while Keyboy ends up with a Tigreal. Tigreals that Team Falcons are very familiar with. And because of the hard sense of set, despite the AOG being there for Team Falcons, no one in ONIC Esports has a Purify. They don't care about the crowd control. Little as it may be, the Team Falcons dish out.
Whoa, okay, it becomes a... Oh, Kyrie wins out that retry battle.
Early on, I had to dash out to avoid that, and this puts a lot of pressure on Few. It's really not this lineup. Few and Kyle TZ. Kyle TZ to come in perfectly with damage, up against a Tigreal that again historically counters every CC he deals with. It's a huge deterrent. You're even able to out-damage Kyle TZ a little bit there. Good pokes onto the Joy. Of course, I'm still nice one. Oh, Flicker already out. This is going to be... Oh, but Keyboy read it just in time as well to help me. Oh, you read it after.
Yeah, and I wonder what this matchup is going to be for Phobius versus the Uranus, right? Because obviously no CC the Phobius was picked up earlier. Oh, bottom lane, another gank down below. Flap TZ, get punish here. Kyrie. Well, of course, that is a tanky ring is even at level 3 early on, so it's not going to get taken out. I wonder how heavily Team Falcons will contest this first hurdle because based on everything that we can see right now, it's good for ONIC Esports. Looking a bit of damage. Oh, wait, goes in, a missile arrow gets knocked out. Team Falcons being aggressive. This could be a bad start for the Falcons. Ogun already forced you to revitalize Flap TZ with the zone. Actually ends up being okay. It's not the best for Team Falcons because again, Ogun's very low. Would be very low too. Gets top of the trap. Kyle TZ. Oh, Keyboy. Oh, what a sidestep by Kyle. Back in the control by the Tigreal. Keyboy already brought down really low. And Flap TZ plus Kyle will be able to take down Liquipedia. Oh, they got so much time from Fuel with the Abyssal arrows constantly. And now the orange buff might be taken as well.
Wow, pushed out of his own orange and Kyrie forced to just focus on his purple. What a sequence by Team Falcons. I did not expect this early start for them.
Neither. Lippy, I don't know about this man. Walking back up.
He's trying. Oh, he still got the orange buff. What a defense by Lippy.
So at least he claims or, secures the orange buff for his own team, though it's not on Kyrie's hands. It is still, better than it being on Team Falcons' hands. So there you go. Sans though getting caught. Oh, a lot of damage. Down to a quarter. Forced to regen.
This is what we were saying earlier. There's a lot of pressure on the Few to land those arrows, but he's been landing it all series long.
This guy, man.
He really needs to be the Sans checker here, and anyone that he can hit to get info on. Keyboy already sees Owen. Revitalized, forced out. Not enough damage just yet. Severo will not go forward. The Super Marco is there to deter them.
Yeah, I don't think it's the right time here to go for those kind of picks. Severo needs to wait for his power spikes. Yeah, the carry has been buffed, but it's not a buff that'll make him much more prevalent early when it comes to one-shot and Gata. No, it's kind of a laning phase buff. Still one backswing a lot faster now, which will give her a lot more room to make plays in the lane, but it's still a carry who needs to wait for the 3-item power spike attack speed.
Yeah. Right now still very level in the gold lane, while Few and Ogun have been checking ONIC Esports relatively well. Keyboy not getting a big set just yet, but it's going to be easy for ONIC Esports to pull that off. That's why Team Falcons really need to respect their positioning in objective fights. While Flap TZ, I think we're getting a bit of an answer against this Phobius. Uranus over Phobius.
Yeah, Uranus over Phobius, and also because of the Uranus over Phobius, Kyle TZ, he won the first turtle fight and now has a level lead. He's taking orange buff again. Last time it was Lippy, but I think that's already a win for Team Falcons, right? As long as Kyrie isn't the one who gets it, it's a dub. Even though Flap TZ is gone and cut the waves, Phobius is not dealing with him good, well at all.
Yeah, look, he's having a nightmare up against this Uranus. Seems like that's it.
My goodness.
It's an answer for the foe, but Keyboy goes in with the set and the combo as well. ONIC Esports are going to be able to get the turtle. Team Falcons are going to chase them down. Too much poke, too much damage. Flap TZ goes in. Kyrie stopping Flap, and Team Falcons will concede that turtle.
Wow, great stabilization from ONIC Esports. I really did not think Falcons would be able to get that control, take that away, give it away to ONIC. I mean, ONIC, they just did it quick. They did it so quick. They had so much tempo with Keyboy flanking that Falcons were forced to concede. Flap had such a big advantage against Lippy too.
Yeah, Flicker plus the implosion. Perfect timing by Keyboy. It wasn't the big group set, but he got who he needed to get in that one. This time Flap TZ forced to use the that wasn't the consecration, that was the purifier, right?
This purifies out of there, and Kyle TZ is still keeping a steady lead. Was able to steal the 3 times earlier, popping that retribution, and that's what Kyle TZ has always been able to do against Kyrie, all the way from Snapdragon Season 3 to M5. Falcons and Kyle TZ have always had Kyle TZ in a better spot to invade and take little camps away to get that lead.
Traps everywhere laid down by Few. Still checking Keyboy successfully. I wonder if he's going to come back to bite Marco later, the fact that he didn't pack Purify and then back to Flicker instead. Is he just really hoping that Keyboy will not find the angle on him? I think he also just needs to be super careful.
Yeah, it's kind of a stalemate right now. If there are no neutral objectives, it's a farming battle. Sans wants to farm up, waiting for his power spike. Granger does the same thing, and obviously for Severo on the carry, not as fast to get the power spike as the Irithel that we've seen 2 games in a row. It's actually very versatile. I think the carry actually had a better time against Lina too, because your dash comes up really quick, so it's easier to dash away and dodge from the Abyssal arrow.
Ogun poked down to close to 60% health. Abyssal arrow not going to land. Falcons aren't going to contest this, but their frontliners are closer to 50% health. This does not look healthy for Team Falcons, but Kyle TZ in a flank angle. ONIC Esports does not recognize Severo. Get rid of the damage. Kyle TZ loses the retry battle, and he dashes on out of there. Flap TZ left behind, but he is not going to get chunked down by ONIC Esports as Team Falcons loses that.
Well, it's been unfortunate. Letho takes the shot of the Abyssal arrow, so ONIC are very happy to just walk forward. So Severo gets the turret up top. Bottom lane turret taken out by Team Falcons. ONIC have swung the goal lead back towards them, but it is still not really that big of a goal lead. Only 400 a ton over Kyrie. But both teams again, it's back to sailing. They don't want to fight. They know that without neutral objectives, this is not a brawl anymore as it was the first 2 games.
It's been a long while since ONIC Esports beat this roster, these players in a full series. M5 upper bracket finals. That was the last time. And every time they met after that international tournament, this roster that they're up against always got the better of them. But now it looks like ONIC Esports are poised to go into around minute 10, minute 11 with a big lead, unless Falcons finds a way to turn things around.
It's going to be on the hands of Super Marco to do it with Kyle TZ. 100 Strike, Sky Piercer, and the Melting Core. For Super Marco. Still no stacks on the Sky Piercer just yet, but one big fight could set him up to be the carry that Falcons need him to be.
Okay, Falcons split up right now. Same goes for ONIC. Kyle cannot see anything in the purple buff, so he balances things out. Again, it seems like from game 1 to game 2, now game 3, things have gotten slower and slower, much more methodical for these 2 teams. Their approach has changed from that MLBB for the street approach from game number 1
to back to MLBB for the shoot. It's all about the game on paper, the theory of it. Item build, we get to check it on it one more time, and again, it is a big lead for the Eve, but it is as expected for the Eve versus Selena matchup. You're not a farmer on the Selena. You don't soak in waves that well, so it's a given, especially considering Selena has gone for roll boost, I think 3 games in a row, right? So it's all about the assists, it's all about the impact that he can provide in the team fights through that poke that you see on Sans.
Oh, okay, it stopped Sans' recall, was brought down really low. So slight advantage here for Team Falcons. They recognize that Sans had to recall back. Another arrow lands, and more poke means that Keyboy is going to be put in a hairy situation. But DHS now for the carry, and Flap and Ogun are going to start feeling a lot of damage from the carry can get back.
The traps laid down very, very well by Q. Constantly going to reveal ONIC Esports' position. And maybe that's why we haven't seen Tigreal a lot. A lot of times Tigreal, you want to flank, you want to look for an angle of attack that can get you a big set. But because of these abyssal traps, you try to conceal, you get spotted out, you cancel on the conceal, and then the whole flank, whole initiation becomes very awkward.
It feels like that's the main effect of the Selena. Like, slower. Okay, Flap TZ, Purify already. Committed. Flap survives. Owen enters, but still too far for members of Team Falcons to follow up. Here comes Cal TZ. He's gonna get Keyboy misses the upload. It's not gonna land, and he could get punished. But Team Falcons doesn't have it just quite yet. Few lands the abyssal arrow. Wow. And another arrow by Few. If he can land the third, then it's a big one. I'm gonna lose my mind here. As ONIC Esports wants. Oh, it lands on the Keyboy. Plus the damage from the Granger. The turnaround is underway. A double kill for Super Marco. Few still landing. This time on the Kyrie up top.
It's a big gamble when you play the Selena, but not if you're Few. Holy moly, one assist this game. But that does not reflect the impact that he has made on this game, single-handedly stopping ONIC Esports from taking the lead.
We saw a Selena in the hands of the Monster Mage do well. Now we're seeing it on the Golden Goat, the hero that he made the name for himself within the Philippines, still landing and hitting the mark, checking the members of ONIC Esports, and just like that, the rubber band snaps, and it goes in the favor of Falcons with the Lord pushing forward.
We were talking about it, we were foreshadowing it. One of big moments, and Marco will get those Sky Piercer stacks. He's gotten 2 in that last team fight, on the back of Few again, and now he finds another, and it's just constantly going to be coming ONIC Esports' way. We have to talk about that big whiff. Keyboy with a Keyboy moment. Flicker implosion onto Natalia.
Yeah, we just couldn't see Natalia. He got him 100%. The Team Falcons immediately knew they capitalized on that. ONIC Esports still tried to go for the Lord, but Team Falcons were in the right position to contest it and go forward. And again, the arrows of Few. This is why Selena's back. It's easier for her to be aggressive, but because of the aggressive nature of the meta, you need someone to control, and that's what the Selena provides.
He's not going to get MVP for this game. Probably not, right? Based on stats, but he's my MVP.
He's MVP in my heart, man.
Oh my goodness. Just the traps to cancel out so many of the flank. But look at another one on Keyboy, and you'll constantly just find the Tigreal. Oh, and Severo is forced to go for Rosewell. He has a 3-item power spike, so at least for ONIC Esports, it is not over yet. Knowing that, Marco has gone, oh my goodness, has gone past the early game where the nerf should hit him most. This is good for Marco too. He's level 14 as well. He already has all 6 items. This is the best spot for Team Falcons to close things out.
But the ticking time bomb that Team Falcons has to deal with is the easier to pull off combination that ONIC has. The ultimate of the Eve, the ultimate of the Tigreal, supplemented by whatever look he can get with his own sets as well, of course, with the Dark Wave on that Phoveus. It's easier to pull off. That's why Team Falcons, especially if he has been relentless with checking where ONIC Esports are at any given moment. But full on 5v5, I'm still looking at even the Tigreal that Team Falcons needs to be super careful of.
Oh man, there's one change in the draft. The Joy plus the Gato-Kacha. Now the Granger feels safe. There's so much appeal. It's all really been about the Gato-Kacha. This was something that we were bringing up as well in the pre-show. How Gato-Kacha has now become the best friend of Snapdragon Pro Series, no longer the Badang, and we're seeing just how Gato-Kacha plays into games and kind of dictates the games through that ability right there. Just charge for such a long time and no one can dive within that window.
Yeah, you're threatening. You're looking, okay, you want to try to poke me, you will get taunted. I might have someone ready to set up. ONIC Esports are poised around the Lord. Kyle TZ wants to get that purple buffer, steal it away from Kyrie.
Poke.
And ONIC Esports has not read it. Kyrie will go into this with just an orange buff. Yeah, Kyle TZ steals it.
I think they have read it. I think they knew the purple buff was being taken, but there's just nothing they can do about it, right? Like, they know Falcons are around the Lord, and not seeing how TZ means, okay, he's probably up there, and I don't know, who's going to want to face check the Joy?
I don't want to do that. Kyle TZ gets the purple buff his own, so quick, with a minion wave marching up top. Once Severo gets seen by the minions, that might be the signal for Team Falcons to try something. Few tosses out the arrow, Kyle TZ going for Kyrie, Flap TZ going forward. Severo steered enough of the minion wave to say, it's my time to join yet again. Keyboy needs to go back for a quick heal up.
Now looking at it again, right, the Selena plus Uranus gives so much room for Granger to just stack up. This composition almost looks like it's built for the Granger. You got 2 roamers and Uranus XP. Once he gets going, that's it. Like, all the mini waves can just be soaked up by Marco and then by Kyle TZ. So scaling up to the power spike doesn't look that difficult anymore. I wonder how many stacks Marco has.
Yeah, a lot right now. Around the 500s. 400s or 500s for this Granger. It's been landing for him. A lot of minion waves also crashing in as well. Still arrow sees everyone.
Joy up top, no. There's an arrow again. He's thrown that, and ONIC will have to disengage. He'll have to send someone up top, or they decide against it. They let turret clear it away.
Yeah, minion waves turrets should be enough, but that's threatening. And I think ONIC Esports are decided to call it. Kyle TZ not just here quite yet. They can go for it a little bit. That top minion wave is such a big problem for ONIC right now. What Kyle TZ has been doing in the map, and how well Team Falcons has been handling this long Lord dance.
It's been well played from Team Falcons. They've just been poking, playing the side lanes, adjusting really, really well from game 1, and then game number 2. Again, that poke will be thrown at ONIC Esports constantly. Death Sonata, Abyssal Arrows, Abyssal Traps laid in place as well, just to be wary of Keyboy's flank potential.
Oh, hey, we finally found Badang.
There you go.
That's where he's been.
He's been turned into a piece of
For now, Abyssal Arrow gets the Keyboy, but he used the dash just in time. Just mid animation. Falcons little by little pushing forward, but they're still handling minion waves. Top side of the, it's going to be a big meet-up. ONIC side of the river, arrow will not land again, but that's the threat. One big arrow forces dash out of Severo. Flap TZ goes forward. Ultimate Kyrie, just easily gets it. AOG entry. But the river manipulation is perfect. Lupi goes down, just everyone down. Kyle TZ going to the back line side, gets clear right to the mark, going forward. He wants Keyboy, but Keyboy able to get away. ONIC decisive to go for the Lord, but Falcons are still here to stop that push.
Clinical decision from ONIC Esports. Now the poke back to Kyle TZ. Kyrie gets the stun.
He sees Few, and Team Falcons are still on this side of the river. They have a Lord to deal with. What a call by ONIC to go for that Lord. It buys them time, it buys them space.
Gives them a whole lot more tempo on the map. Bottom lane, though, they've got to send someone there. That is a big wave. There's no way to be like, Oakland!
It's a ladder to the land, and Oakland gets taken out by Kyrie just in time. Just like that, it now looks bleak for Falcons as ONIC is getting so much more space.
Mid lane turret slowly but surely crumbling down to the minions. Suns will not risk walking up to take that turret down, and the turret stays alive. Team Falcons, I don't think they lost a single objective. They didn't lose a single structure, despite the Lord giving over to ONIC.
Yeah, the only one who lost the turret was ONIC in the bottom lane.
Yikes.
With a minion wave. Team Falcons, okay, that was a big loss because it meant less space, but at the end, they got an inhibitor at the bottom. Sans gets spotted. He's going to try and go for it. Lupi stops it, but Lupi able to flicker away just in time so that he won't give a kill, but this is threatening for ONIC as Team Falcons are marching forward. Keyboy gets stunned by the Golden Goat, leading to a mega kill for Super Marco.
A golden arrow to take the edge of the spear from ONIC Esports away without Keyboy. That is one less member they need to deal with when loves to opening up the map. Few continuously speak a nuisance to ONIC. Another steal, this time onto the orange buff. And it's not Kyle, it's Few.
That is a wrestling finisher move name right there. The golden arrow landing again and again by Few. It's like super kicks left and right. Little land, no one get the info. He sees Kyrie. He in fact is still confident because he got a key pick up on the Keyboy. But it was in this very similar scenario where Keyboy concealed Flicker and got Falcons. Just to remind you, in case you forgot what happened in N5, seems like Falcons remembers and says, yeah, let's just go for the Lord.
Ladies and gentlemen, we saw this matchup already in the group stages. It was ONIC with a win in game 1, then Falcons with the first sweep, and game 3 ended in around 21 minutes. We're about to reach the 21st minute of the game here, and it is 1-1. It's always so poetic when we talk about Team Falcons versus ONIC Esports. This roster has always been able to get a pistol trap that's spotted. Has stopped Keyboy's conceal. Now the poke coming through from Marco, fully stacked up. Severo has dealt with the wave up top, but there's a slow push building down below.
Who gets this Lord could win the game and eliminate the other. In the story of ONIC and Falcons, Kyrie already forced dash out to the throughout the missile arrow, then he had to avoid. Flap TC sees it, Few sees it, ONIC looks like they could get this Lord, but they're getting so down with the members of Team Falcons. TC goes in the explosion by Keyboy, but the one gets taken out. TC got the immortality, but Kyrie's on top. Double kill for Super Marco, but the Pharaoh is on with a double kill onto Falcons. Marco brought low, the burn, Marco holding, he has the immortality. Few sent back, and ONIC needs to go back because there's a minion wave at the bottom.
He gets sent to deal with the wave down below. Kyrie knows Falcons have very low HP bar, decides to shove it mid and go straight for the Lord. Here, who do they send to help Kyrie? It'll be the Eve, Kyrie and Sans versus Few and Marco.
Few, obviously arrow doesn't hit. This should be the Lord for ONIC, but Marco and Few will try and disrupt. Arrow getting tossed. It's 3 versus 2. It's too risky for the Falcons, and they have to concede. The Lord goes to ONIC 22 minutes in.
The battle of the skies, 22 minutes, Falcons versus the Sky Kings. It's been a battle of who can fly further past each other, and now ONIC Esports have secured an Evolved Lord. 22 minutes in, 5-7.
Could this be the beginning of the slow death of Team Falcons, as they have to wait for this Lord to get close? This lineup is great on the offensive, but difficult to pull off on the back foot.
Team Falcons' defense is questionable. You have the Granger, but I'm not too sure if they have enough damage to deal with the Evolved Lord. It's not a proper high ground hero. They have poke, have range, but not in a sense where it can deal with the Evolved Lord. It is not a Sicilian, it's a Selena. You gotta stop some crucial flags, some crucial engages from happening if you're Few here. You gotta find the arrow. The golden one!
Oh, it sounds with the Starfield! A little bit too early, but it provides the space. Keyboy ready with the conceal. He's looking for the big explosion to finally end it. The last round of ONIC was December 2023. Can they finally get the revenge? Severo with a free hit. Double kill for Severo, and ONIC